Hello, you're here of Thursday's edition of QPVN English News Bulletin with MINH and income headlines. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính urges ASEAN to develop with new thinking and vision. Vietnam People's Army and Cuba strengthen party and political work. Vietnamese French firms partner in vaccine production. On October the 9th, in Vientiane, Laos, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính delivered a speech at the plenary session of the 44th and 45th ASEAN summits. At the session, ASEAN leaders discussed cooperation within the community and between ASEAN and its partners. They noted that ASEAN cooperation over the past year continued to make many important strides despite difficulties and challenges both within and outside the region. All congratulated Laos on positive results achieved in 2024 with the theme ASEAN Enhancing Connectivity and Resilience, highly appreciating the initiatives and priorities implemented across all three pillars of the community. Addressing the event, Prime Minister Chinh expressed his gratitude for the support and solidarity shown by ASEAN member countries in addressing the aftermath of Typhoon Yagi, which affected several nations, including Vietnam. He emphasized that the spirit of unity and mutual assistance remains a core value and source of strength for ASEAN. In the context of an increasingly volatile world with great challenges, ASEAN remains a global economic bright spot, a bridge for dialogue and cooperation, and a central player in integration in the region. Theme was related to the digital economy, blue economy, and circular economy are gradually shaping new cooperation contents in the region. Prime Minister Chinh took the occasion to affirm that Vietnam supports and closely collaborates with Malaysia in its role as ASEAN chair in 2025, marking the 10th founding anniversary of the ASEAN community. On October the 9th, on the occasion of attending the 44th and 45th ASEAN summits in Vientiane, Laos, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính had a working breakfast with his Lao and Cambodia counterparts. At the event, the three prime ministers agreed to join hands in strengthening cooperation to ensure security, safety, and order in the border areas, especially that among the three countries, while strengthening connectivity of infrastructure, transport, and economic links among the three economies, creating the best conditions for exchange and cooperation in all fields among the three countries in general and among border localities in particular. Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia will maintain territorial integrity and organize annual defense minister meetings at the Cambodia-Laos-Vietnam Ministerial Conference on Crime Prevention and Suppression. The three prime ministers agreed to enhance bilateral and tripartite cooperation mechanisms for the benefit of the three countries and the ASEAN community, promoting peace, stability, cooperation, and development. On the afternoon of October the 9th, General Phan Van Gia, Minister of National Defense, received newly assigned Spanish ambassador to Vietnam, Carmen Cano de la Sala. The minister emphasized that Vietnam always attaches importance to and highly values the cooperative relationship with Spain, which aims to bring the bilateral relationship to a new level, commensurate with the potential for cooperation between the two sides. Minister Giang assessed that in recent times, Vietnam-Spain defense cooperation has been implemented in accordance with the Memorandum of Understanding on Defense Cooperation, and suggested that in the coming term, both sides focus on delegation exchange at all levels, training, defense military and United Nations peacekeeping operations. Ambassador Carmen Cano de la Sala expressed his good feelings for the people and country of Vietnam, empathized with the country about the damage caused by Storm Yagi, and highly appreciated the disaster response capacity of the Vietnam People's Army. He suggested that the two sides continue to promote bilateral defense cooperation, especially in the fields of training and UN peacekeeping operations. Within the framework of his visit to Cuba on the afternoon of October the 8th local time, Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết, Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army and the high-ranking delegation of the Vietnam People's Army, paid a customary visit to First Secretary of the Communist Party of Cuba, Central Committee, and President of Cuba, Miguel Diaz-Canel Bermudez. At the meeting, President Miguel Diaz-Canel Bermudez highly appreciated the visit as well as the results of the talks between the high-ranking delegation of the Vietnam People's Army and the high-ranking military delegation of the Cuban Revolutionary Armed Forces. He extended gratitude to the Vietnamese party, state government and people for the precious support that Vietnam has provided and continues to provide to Cuba, while also appreciating the relationship between the two countries over the time, including defense relations. General Quinn stressed the importance of cementing and safeguarding Vietnam's relationship with Cuba, which has been cherished and diligently fostered by generations of leaders, the party, the state, the people, and both countries' armies. He also expressed hope that Miguel Diaz-Canel would continue to create conditions for the two armies to promote and expand their defense cooperation into economic and other fields in order to deepen the cooperative relationship and boost the benefits of each country while strengthening national defense and security. On October the 8th, a meeting took place in Cuba between high-level political delegations from the Vietnam People's Army and the Cuban Revolutionary Armed Forces. Attending the event was Senior Lieutenant General CHINH Văn Quyết, Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, and leaders of the Cuban Revolutionary Armed Forces, namely Minister Colonel General Alvaro Lopez Miera, Chief of the General Staff Camp Minister, Senior Lieutenant General Roberto Legra Solongo, and Head of the Political Directorate 2-Star General Victor Roger Ramos. Discussing global, regional, and domestic situations, military matters, and shared concerns, Senior Lieutenant General CHINH Văn Quyết reaffirmed Vietnam's commitment to national independence in association with socialism under the leadership of the Communist Party of Vietnam, consistently implementing its bamboo diplomacy and four-nose defense policy. Building on the 2011 Defense Cooperation Agreement and the 2023-2025 plan, both sides have achieved key results, notably in delegation exchange, defense industry, and defense efforts cartography and training. The two sides agreed to strengthen high-level delegation exchange and cooperation between the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army and the Political Directorate of the Cuban Revolutionary Armed Forces. Both sides will also continue sharing expertise among political work bodies and the military, contributing to further strengthening the special friendship between Vietnam and Cuba. On the occasion of accompanying Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính to the 44th and 45th ASEAN summits in Vientiane, Laos, on the morning of October the 9th in Vientiane, Vietnamese Deputy Minister of National Defense, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, had a working session with his Lao counterpart Von Kham Phomacon. During the meeting, General Chiến and General Von Kham Phomacon shared updates on the preparations for the second Vietnam-Laos Pro-Defense Friendship Exchange, scheduled to take place in Vietnam's northern Sơn La Province and Laos Hua Phan Province from October the 22nd to the 23rd. The officers also reached a consensus on key upcoming activities, including the annual meeting of the defense ministers of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, along with relevant activities in Cambodia in November 2024. Additionally, they planned for the Vietnam-Laos Defense Policy Dialogue slated for the first quarter of 2025 in Lang Prang of Laos and the Vietnam-Laos Young Officers Exchange in 2025, among others. Coming up next, Vietnamese French firms partner in vaccine production. Hanoi through the eyes of a diplomat. The Vietnam vaccine joint stock company VNVC and Sanofi on October the 8th signed a document guiding the cooperation in manufacturing some vaccines of the French pharmaceutical group in the Southeast Asian country. Accordingly, Sanofi will broadly share its knowledge and expertise on biotechnology with the Vietnamese partner to create conditions for gradually manufacturing essential vaccines at the VNVC factory in Vietnam. The event affirms the capacity of VNVC in the field of distribution, import, and implementation of safe, high-quality vaccination. As a comprehensive strategic partner with Sanofi, since its establishment, VNVC has negotiated to import a large quantity of vaccines from the manufacturer to protect the health of millions of local children and adults. Ngô Chí Dũng, Chairman and CEO of the VNVC, said the company is about to build a world-class vaccine and biologicals factory in Long An province so as to manufacture important vaccines and drugs, helping ensure sufficient supply for the country. Hanoi, with its rapid development and relentless efforts in attracting foreign investment, has affirmed its position as an important economic center of Vietnam. To gain a deeper understanding of this development and the impressions of diplomatic representatives about Hanoi, QPVN reporter had a talk with Sofke Madizet, the ambassadors of Azerbaijan to Vietnam. During his visit to Hoan Kiem Lake, the symbol of Hanoi, the ambassador shared his thoughts on the blend of history and modernity in the city.
We are standing by Hoan Kiem Lake, the heart of Hanoi, to explore the beauty and development of this city with Azerbaijani Ambassador Sofke.
Yes, thank you very much for inviting to heart of the Hanoi for this interview. Hoan Kiem Lake is most important place of Hanoi for me because this is the history of the country, but at the same time this is the center where all the guests of the country coming first of all.
Absolutely, Hoan Kiem Lake is a symbol of Hanoi where the past and present intersect. Could you share your thoughts on Hanoi's development while working here?
Hanoi is a very beautiful city. For me, the most importance of the Hanoi, along with the great history, is the modern development. And it is very successful policy, urban policy of the government and the leadership of the Hanoi, how to preserve the unique and history of the country, but also develop in a very modern way. That's why I liked from the first day Hanoi, and always when we have a guest, we encourage them to start their visit to Vietnam from Hanoi.
Indeed, from the ancient streets to high-rise buildings, Hanoi always know how to blend tradition with innovation. Have you noticed any major differences between Hanoi back then and now?
Big differences we can feel in Hanoi when we traveling different part of the city. But I think that it is very successful policy then that when you travel to the center of the Hanoi, you see all the uniqueness and you see all the history, ancient buildings, preserved in a way that people can learn about the history of the Hanoi, of the Vietnam. But also if you would like to go to modern places, shopping malls, restaurants, you can travel outside of the Hoan Kiems and Old Quarter. You will find plenty of the modern places that you can also find in many other parts of the world.
We also appreciate sharing the impression. Hoan Kiem Lake is a place where one can feel the heartbeat of Hanoi and where the tradition and modernity meet.
Thank you very much. Of course, Hoan Kiem Lake is a place where all the guests of the Vietnam should start their endeavors and their study about the country. Hoan Kiem Lake is a place where the place of the meeting of many people from the world, especially from Europe, from the Asia, from the America. And Hoan Kiem Lake is a place where you can find many things telling you about the history of Vietnam. And Hoan Kiem Lake is a place where you can find ancient building to learn about the history of Vietnam. And I think that we will try always to invite our guests first start their studies from Hoan Kiem Lake.
Exactly, this is where Hanoi shines with its culture, beauty and ongoing development. Thank you, Ambassador Sofke, for joining with us in this moment.
Thank you very much, and I would like to express our heartfelt congratulations on the very important Dien Bien Phu victory which we celebrate this year in Vietnam. And Hoan Kiem Lake also the one of the symbols of this victory, because Hoan Kiem Lake is the heart of the history of Vietnam, and Hanoi was the place where this victory also was first motivated and encouraged. Hanoi is always the spirit of the victory.
It is the end of the English News Bulletin. You can watch the news again at QPVN.vn. From Cuba, and see you next time.